It is a great pleasure to welcome to Cinema Showcase. I should say to welcome back to Cinema Showcase one of our very finest actresses, Miss Cicely Tyson. Thank you so very much for taking this time out, and it's very good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, I offer my sincere congratulations to you on your new film, Fried Green Tomatoes. It's just an absolutely brilliant motion picture, and I'm wondering what it is that initially attracted you to want to do it.
Well, I was offered a basket full of goodies. An offer I could not resist, actually, seriously. The movie was offered to me with a great deal of reluctance, actually, on the part of the producers. Jordan Kerner and I had formed a bond in the making, with the making of Heatwave. And when they completed the script on Fried Green Tomatoes, he and John both felt that they wanted to make the offer to me before they offered it to anyone else, not really thinking that I would accept it. When I read the script, I was quite intrigued with it, went out and bought the book, read the book, then read the script again and began to feel what generally happens to me when a good piece of material comes my way. My skin begins to tingle, and I knew that it was right. And when I began to delve into the creative aspect in terms of the character, it was quite an experience, truly.
Now, you've played so many extraordinary characters, both fiction and nonfiction in your career. Is there a general pattern you follow when you do research for a film, no matter what the character may be?
I'm not so sure it's general. What I do is try to learn as much as I can about the character through reading. I read the script any number of times, and each time I read it, I discover some other facet of the personality in relation to all of the others that surround her. And in the course of those discoveries, things begin to happen to me. Now, I can only describe my way of working as very organic. I allow those things to happen, and I become consumed with the creativity almost on a 24-hour basis. And when in thought, I think constantly about the woman. And in the course of a day, while I'm going about anything that might be routine for me, if something unusual happens that I recognize as not Cicely, then I know it belongs to her. And I keep searching for those things, and that's the process that I use in terms of building a character.
So you don't just, at the end of the shooting day, you don't just leave the character on the sound stage or on the location. That character is with you as long as you're filming this project.
As long as I'm filming the project. And for the first time in my career, I developed a character that I could not shake at the end of the shoot.
Now,
I could not, I mean, this woman was so embedded in my cells that I could not shake her for weeks.
Have you thought about why, out of all the characters you've done, this?
I don't know. I don't really know. I just don't know.
Just one of those
And it's the first time. I spent an extra week in Atlanta in an effort to shake her. And yet, I took her home with me.
Well, I think when audiences see the film, they'll understand that because it's such a, not only is it a pivotal role in the film, but such an incredible role for an actress.
Thank you.
It really is, and one you did so well. I think, though, no matter how many wonderful roles you play in the future, will there always be a soft spot, do you think, in your heart for Miss Jane Pittman?
I think so. I think so. Generally, when people ask me about the women and which do I favor, it's very difficult for me to answer that question because each one of them have helped me to develop as a person, and I just got so much from each one of them in the search for the characters. Jane was unique in that, first of all, there was something about her that reminded me very much of the grandmothers that I never knew. I never knew any of my grandparents. Secondly, it is a rare opportunity for an actress to get a role where you can span a lifetime of from 19 to 110. And in the process of trying to create that woman, I had the opportunity to meet women ranging from the ages of 95 to 105. And I tell you, if you really want to know what life was like in this country for women during that period, if in fact there is one anywhere, just find her, sit down and talk to her. I mean, I get goose pimples now when I think about those women.
Well, in an interesting way, too, that really ties in with fried green tomatoes because
yes.
in many